safe to say that Bloomberg sports columnist Scott Soshnick is not a fan either. He's here with us, and I was reading your column. You sound downright annoyed by all of this.
Well, at some point, LeBron has to bring some perspective to this. He hasn't won anything. He's talking about teaming with two other stars, and if he does go to Miami and wins, it's a big yawn. It's a so what? You should have won. He could have done this in a nice, easy fashion. Make up your mind. He's supposed to be the king, right? Mm-hmm. Yet he's following. He tried to dictate to Chris Bosh, come to Cleveland, we'll win here. Yet he wasn't enough of a pull for Bosh to say yes. It's Chris Bosh who forced LeBron's hand. At some point, he needs to bring some sanity and say, this is my decision. This is what I want to do, and just make it.
And you pointed something else in your column about King James and his Twitter, and you noted that he's got something like over 200,000 followers.
Yeah, within 2 days, he had 200 and something thousand followers.
But he's following nobody.
Yeah, following zero. What does that tell you? He doesn't care what anybody else thinks. He doesn't care what they say. And maybe you think he'd follow his friends in the NBA. I mean, there are some people. He says Chris Paul of the Hornets was the guy who got him involved in Twitter. You think he'd follow what Chris had to say? He's just not interested. This is a marketing campaign. This is about branding LeBron James. He's had a lot of time to get his Facebook page, to get his website up and running, and that's just coming, to get his Twitter up and running. It's just happening now. This is about the rebranding. It's not a branding. It's the rebranding. The guy who left home and chased the championship dream alongside some other talented players.
So then what do you think some of the veterans like Michael Jordan, what do you think they're thinking?
They're rolling their eyes. Larry Bird must be sitting at his desk just rolling. Magic Johnson
saying we weren't like this in our day.
We didn't have to be. You know what spoke volumes? Winning basketball games. You go out on the court, you win your championships. Kobe Bryant has 5. And by the way, last summer, he re-signed an extension with the Lakers. No muss, no fuss, didn't say anything, just got it done. Kevin Durant, one of the up-and-coming stars in the NBA, he announced on Twitter, agreed to a new 5-year deal with Oklahoma. That's it. Didn't go on a tour, didn't want to muss fuss. He just announced it. That's what LeBron could have done.
And he's almost setting himself up, isn't he?
He's certainly making himself a target. However, if he wins, there's still the ultimate we love a winner. Well, I agree with Mikhail Prokhorov, the Nets owner, who after this said he thinks LeBron's going to go to Miami. And if he does, he said he'll win a couple of championships, but he diminishes the brand because he needed help doing it. This is Dwayne Wade's team. Make no mistake. The Miami Heat have already won a championship, Dwayne Wade and Shaq. So now it's a matter of LeBron almost playing the helping hand, not the Pied Piper.
Okay. Before we leave you, though, Scott, I mean, the NBA must be loving this, no? I mean,
oh, sure. It's the off-season. The World Cup is going on. Baseball is going on, and everybody is talking basketball.
Yeah.
However, the question for David Stern is there more interest in where LeBron picks than the actual games once they start? That's the big question for David Stern.
And after all of this, you still think he's staying in Cleveland or no?
Boy, I mean, all the tea leaves seem to say Miami, but
yes,
he's still going to have to get in front of that camera and say, I'm leaving my family and friends.
Yeah.
And it's going to be awfully hard for him to do. Yeah.
They've been giving him a big guilt trip.
As much as they can. They need him to stay there.
Scott, thanks so much.